Hi, how are you all? Today I thought I would share my Project Life album. This year I've decided to do a weekly Project Life, and I've now completed January, and I just wanted to share some tips for making it more manageable. So here we go. This is the first time I've ever done a Project Life album for the year, because I've always thought, oh, I won't be able to keep it up. So I have kept it quite simple. What I struggle with Project Life is I just want to over embellish everything. So now I'm trying to stop that. I love this. This was part of my Bramble Fox subscription box. It's easy for me to say. I just love that 2019 it says. So what I try to do on each page is have just some pattern paper. These cards are actually from Stampin' Up, and I've made up, I'll show you what I mean in a second, I've made up all my pages ready for the year, just to try to cut down on that sort of workload. And I always like to have a little bit of a say-in on there. So that's week 1, and as you can see I've kept it simple. I've written the dates in because I wanted to start it on a Monday, and I wanted to document New Year's Eve. I've started on the last day of December. So then this is week 2. And I use some of the cards as well are from the Hip Kit Club. I had the Project Life add-on. So as you can see, I like to have a little saying on there as well. I like quotes. But I'm trying not to over-embellish them too much, because otherwise I won't get it all done. It's quite nice though, just even from, for the first month, just to look back at what's happened. What I tend to do, because I've done 3 weeks of this in one go, because I knew that I would struggle to sort of do it weekly really. So in the notes section on my phone at the end of each week, I just write some ideas in there, and because my photos automatically back up to Google Drive, it's got all the dates on them that they were taken, so that makes it a lot easier then to see what was taken in the week. So I just put some little titles in. I love this one this is from the Hip Kit Club, and this one, the main pattern ones are all from Stampin' Up. Again, Hip Kit Club here. So that's week 4, and then this is my last one so far, and I just love the sayings in this pack. I think this is the big plans kit, but I'm determined. I've got so many Project Life cards that I'm determined to make a dent in them. This year is all about using stuff up rather than hoarding it all. So what I've done ready now, I've gone through all my Stampin' Up ones to give it a bit of a theme, because obviously the colours in Stampin' Up coordinate. So even though they are different packs, they often share a colour. So I've used up all this pack, and a piece of advice one lady gave me who's been doing Project Life for a while is to try to get all your page protectors the same. So as you can see, these are 2 big ones, 4 smaller ones, 2 big ones. So I've tried to keep that for as much as I could, and then when I've had to change it, then I've kept the next section, because then it's much easier to go through. I sat down one afternoon and I've just slotted cards in, and I've tried to make sure that there's different sayings, there's journaling space on each one. But obviously these aren't set in stone. If they don't go with the pattern, with the pictures, then I can easily swap them out. That's what I've attempted to do here, and it has made it easier to have the same layout of page protector. So some of these cards, these are the ones that came with the petal palette, they've gone way back, but I'm just sort of using them up, because at the end of the day it's all about recording the memories. So as you can see now, the design of them has changed, so the next few will be like this. I went through my page protectors to see which ones are the same. But it's quite nice to have all these different patterns in there. There they are. And as I say, to use up. Now some of these are less patterned, so if I need to, then I can just replace some of these with pieces of pattern paper. So I've planned it all out ready for the 52 weeks. So I've got very good intentions. At least I have achieved January. But I love doing December daily, and I also did another little scrapbook album, which was a pocket style one. Any extras then, I thought, because when I go on holidays I might have more photos and things, so I've got extra page protectors if I need them at the back. There we go. So that's January done, but I was going to share some ideas I've got then, just to make it a bit more an easier way to grab and go. I've then got just a small art bin, and inside here are lots of things that I'm just going to use with my project life, like little tiny alphas. These are some of the project life stamp kits that Stampin' Up used to do. Then I've got my date stamp in there, some washi rolls, and different embellishments then that would come in handy. Little alphas that I've been doing the weeks with, part of my Hip Kit Club. The stickers then that come with all the Stampin' Up cards, because in the pack you get stickers as well as the journaling cards and the picture cards. So anything that I think I'm going to use for my project life is all in here. And then in here then we've got some other little word stickers, rub-ons that I think could go on a page. Then I've used some of these little ones then, oops, spare photo, to include like little journaling spots, things that I cut off. I think I had these on a big piece of paper, so I cut them all down, and just like little word things to go on the top of a photo, because sometimes that's all a photo needs. Again, this was on a big word sheet, so I went through and cut them all out. And then even like little stickers that I've had left off another sticker sheet I've put in as well, and cut them all down ready. At least then, when I think, right, I'm going to catch up with my project life, I could do this in front of the telly then. Not that I often would take it downstairs when I've got the craft room I love, but also when I go to my craft club, I've also got a calendar for the year, because sometimes when you're trying to think, right, what week is this, I get a bit forgetful. So I've got a sheet there, but it's much easier then that I just pick this up, the pages I want to work on my album, and I'm ready to go. I think for me, I need to keep it manageable, otherwise I won't complete it. So then these are how I store my project life cards. As you can see, I have got a few, and then a friend of mine had bought them and decided she didn't really fancy trying it, so passed them on to me, and I'm not one to say no. And what I've done, if I can move this super satchel, by the way, is from Hobbycraft. It is that. So if I wanted some grid designs, I have made, just cheaply on the computer, some little dividers, and then anything with a grid pattern then I've sorted and kept all those together, because sometimes you need a journaling card. So I just go then to my section which says journaling, and there's all my different journaling cards there. Stampin' Up, however, use square corners rather than the rounded corners, but I've also got all different Stampin' Up ones here. I've got another smaller box, like half the size of this box, also full of cards. As I say, I am determined to make a dent in them. So that's how I organise all my project life cards as well. How about you? Are you doing a monthly one? Do you do a weekly one? Some people manage to do a daily one, which I couldn't fit that in at all. What tips have you got to keep it manageable? Because I'd be really interested in finding out. So as I said, my tips for keeping it manageable for me is I have I have pre-done all my foundation pages. I keep notes on my phone for the weeks that I'm looking at. Google Drive dates all my photos. I've got a box then for keeping all the main things I need for my Project Life, and I organise my Project Life cards under categories. So thank you so much for watching. I'd like to welcome any new subscribers, and I'd like to welcome back any existing subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love you to press the subscribe button below, and if you hit the little bell, it'll notify you of any more videos I do. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hwyl fawr, and I'll see you soon. Bye.